Okay, sis, come here. I gotta tell you a secret. My vision board did not work. Like, not even close, not even a little bit, not even barely there. Like, miles and miles away. Not a single one of the things that I put on my vision board for Q2 actually manifested. And if you watch my channel, I already know what you're gonna say. Last week, you said, I've lost these last 40 pounds. I've grown my business. I've gotten closer to God. But I want you to listen to my words carefully. I didn't manifest my vision board, but I did reach some amazing goals last quarter. But I got some good news for you. I figured out where I went wrong. I went back to the lab, and I'm ready to share the method that actually works to create a 90-day vision board that you can actually manifest. Oh, honey, I hope you're ready for this episode. If you are, get your pen, your Post-it, your ambition planner, and let's go. Hello, Ambition Babes. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion, also known as the Face of Ambition, across all social media platforms as well as wherever you stream your podcast. I help women who are 40 years and older who are on a reinvention journey, who are ready to glow up and are tired of doing the same old thing the same old way and expecting different results. But do not worry, honey, if you are not over the age of 40 and the algorithm gods decided to show you my channel, well, just consider me your bougie auntie that has wanted to put you on so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I have. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made last quarter is that I did not manifest a single thing that I put on my vision board. Now, if you've watched any of my content, you know I live by a vision board. I've created products. I'm the owner of the Ambition Planner. We're coming out with a new digital planner. And inside of that planner is absolutely everything that you're going to need to be able to reach your most ambitious goals. So in today's episode, I'm going to break down exactly why my vision board failed, what I'm doing differently this quarter, and how you can completely reinvent yourself with a vision board strategy. Okay, honey, so let's just start at the top. My vision board didn't work. It failed. It flopped. You can actually go as far as to say it was fraudulent because I got so wrapped up in the aesthetic of it all that I forgot that there was a system to manifesting every single one of your goals. It looked pretty, but it wasn't thorough. I was so caught up in the way that it looked and the way that it felt that even though I used my own proven system, I got completely caught up in the luxe aesthetic. The second mistake that I made is that I didn't actually have my goals in front of me when I was creating my vision board. Now listen, honey, that is 101. What kind of vision board are you creating whenever you don't even know what your goals are? I remember sitting on my couch ready to create my vision board, but I hadn't gotten ultra specific about what I wanted my goals to be. So when it was time to actually align my goals with my vision, I was all over the place. The third and biggest mistake that I made is that there were no weekly check-ins. Now, if you've downloaded my absolutely free vision board template, you know that it is broken down into months and it asks that you check in on your vision board weekly. Well, the very first mistake that I made is that I wasn't checking in on it weekly. And the reason is because I knew that everything that I placed on that vision board, I was not going to be able to reach those exact goals. My very first goal for Q2 was to actually ship off our physical planner and be able to sell it starting July 1st. And as some of you all may know, if you live in America, we've been hit with all kinds of tariffs and setbacks and new tax bills that made creating a physical product for my specific business virtually impossible. My second goal was to be able to have an in-person event. But because our economic structure is in complete shambles, I didn't want to show up tone deaf asking individuals to attend a physical event whenever I know I'm trying to hold on to every coin that I got in my purse. So the biggest mistake that I made was pivoting my goals in my mind and not on my vision board. There is absolutely nothing wrong with changing direction, changing focus, editing and auditing your work. Yes, I had created a very beautiful visual aesthetic to my vision board, and because I liked the way that it looked, but I forgot that it was an actual living and breathing document. So because I stopped checking on it consistently, there was no connection. I felt completely disconnected from what I put on my vision board because I knew I was not going to actually be able to achieve it. Even though I adjusted and audited my goals, I didn't update my vision board. Therefore, the very last month of Q2, I lost complete focus on the importance of having a vision board and having it align with the goals that you want to achieve. So if you're anything like me, you're ready to break down exactly what to do to manifest your vision board, and I'm going to tell you what I would do differently. The very first thing is that every single thing that you need to know about creating a vision board can be found in the Bible. Does the Bible have vision board directions in it? No, but it does tell us about the God who created our vision. And if you ask God what to do with your vision, He will. Step number one is that you're going to have to create a monthly milestone. I now assign 1 or 2 key goals to every single month in the quarter. So when you're creating your vision board, you know exactly what you need to be able to achieve every 30 days. This quarter, our goal is to release our new digital planner. Therefore, every single month in this quarter, I know exactly what I need to achieve. And I'm not trying to overwhelm myself each and every month. I'm going to take 1 to 3 small goals and assign them as a milestone to the month. Step number 2 is that you have got to do weekly check-ins. Honey, I know I talk about cliquish and you need an accountability partner. And you are over 90% more likely to be able to reach your goals whenever you have an accountability partner. But you know what? God has given you the very best accountability partner. And that girl is you. That is why I created the Goals and Gratitude Journal. Inside the Goals and Gratitude Journal, you are able to check in every single week on the progress that you've made towards reaching your goals. If you're checking in weekly, this should prompt you to look at your vision board. Looking at your vision board weekly allows you the opportunity to audit and assess where you are and plan your trajectory for where you're going. Step number 3 is to use your vision board as a visual goal map. You have 3 months in every quarter. You can now attach visuals to the things that you want to accomplish every single month. This quarter, I have some really high expectations for our digital planner release. Therefore, I'm using my vision board to attach visuals to the action steps that I'm going to need to take every single month in order to reach my ultimate goal. If visual mapping helps you to be able to see the goals that you want to be able to achieve, this process is going to work for you. So what I have done is created a routine around my reviews. I know the 3 things that I've got to do differently in order to be able to manifest my vision board, but it's going to take me being consistent. Therefore, every single Sunday, I review my vision board and my goals. This is the time I sit with my Goals and Gratitude Journal and I check in. What's going well? What's going wrong? Where do I need to adjust? Setting that sacred time on Sundays just helps you to be able to look forward to auditing yourself. Helps to keep you connected and grounded. This is also a really good time to pray over your goals. Honey, we stand on Jeremiah 29:11 over here. God has plans for you. He has plans to give you hope and a future. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be out here by myself. I want to stay aligned. I want to stay tethered to the person that has given me this vision. And the method to staying connected is ask, seek, knock. Am I doing it right? Am I in your will? Is this what you would have me to work on this week? I hate the fact that manifestation has taken on this woohoo vibe. God wants us to believe in the promises that He has made. God wants us to have faith in the vision that He has given us. All that manifestation is having faith that what God has told you will happen, will happen. It's up to you to believe. Okay, so the very last step in this process is that you can 100% reinvent yourself with a vision board strategy. If you feel stuck, here is where you're going to want to start. The very first thing that you need to do is ditch your old board. Erase it, throw it away, take it off the wall. However you've decided to create your vision board, it didn't work and that's okay. Yeah, you may have wasted some time. If it no longer inspires you and the images are not attached to actions, it's time to ditch it. You have got to redo your vision board with a strategy in mind. And I'm about to give you the step-by-step directions in creating a winning strategy. You have got to break down your goals into quarterly wins, monthly targets, and weekly actions. You know what would feel like a win for you at the end of this quarter. If at the end of this quarter you want to lose 15 pounds, that would be considered your quarterly win. If you want to lose 15 pounds by the end of this quarter, you now know what your monthly target needs to be. You now know that your monthly target needs to be at least 5 pounds each and every month in a quarter. If you want to lose 5 pounds every single month, you know that's 1 pounds every single week, which equates to your weekly actions. What actions are you going to need to take every single week in order to reach your quarterly goal? You're going to need to drink your water. You're going to need to meal prep. You're going to need to move your body. You're going to need to actually open MyFitnessPal and stay in a caloric deficit. You need to delete the fast food delivery apps and you need to double down on your greens and protein. This is the simple formula to reach each and every goal that you have ever set for yourself. Yes, a weight loss example is super simple because I don't know a single female that doesn't want to lose an extra few pounds, but that strategy applies to everything in life. Identify the quarterly win, create your monthly target, and break down your monthly target into weekly actions. There are only 12 weeks in the quarter. That is 12 weeks to show up for yourself. That is 12 weeks to do what you said you were going to do. In each week, there are 7 days to take action. Now, I want to be very clear. That does not mean that every single day in every single week that you have to take action towards your goal. Note that I said that there are weekly actions that you need to take. Therefore, if you're saying that I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, create a realistic target so that you can win at the end of the week. Don't set yourself up saying that you're going to go to the gym 7 days a week and you haven't been to the gym since 2005. Create realistic action plans that you're going to be able to achieve. And make sure you're extremely specific about your goals. Like I said, we're extremely excited about launching our digital planner, and it may actually be out by the time you're watching this video. But in order for us to be able to manifest this vision, we could not be vague on our goal. How many planners do you want to sell? How much are you going to make from each planner sell? How many videos are you going to create? How many YouTubes are you going to provide? How often are you going to walk individuals through how to utilize it? Who's your target market? How are you speaking to her? How often are you going to show up in her DMs and her email? Vague goals create unclear outcomes. When you're vague about your goals, you can't actually celebrate your outcomes. How many times have you said you just want to lose weight? How much weight do you want to lose? Some. Therefore, whenever you step on the scale and you've lost that some, you're not even excited about it because you don't know how much you actually wanted to lose. So you don't know if you're supposed to be celebrating or just like, this is just a drop in the bucket. Allow yourself to dream. Don't be afraid to get specific about exactly what you want. Girl, you can ask for more. God is not on a budget. I know that there's only 6 months left in this year, but girl, you are not behind. You are right on time to make this quarter the best quarter of your life. And that starts with a decision. Someone really wise said, what you don't change, you choose. And if you decide to stick with that vision board that you made 6 months ago, haven't looked at, haven't prayed over, and haven't created action steps in order to actually realize those goals, I got some bad news for you, honey. It's just never going to happen. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind. There's nothing wrong with pivoting. And there's nothing wrong with starting over. In the comment section below, drop the #1 goal that you would like to achieve this quarter. I am the one that is personally in the chat offering guidance and suggestions while you're on your journey. You all know I'm a certified business coach and a self-proclaimed ambition coach. Therefore, I'm going to root for you and offer every single suggestion that I can in order to help you while you're on your glow up journey. If you've not done so already, please make sure that you find yourself in the link in my description and pick up your very own goals and gratitude journal so that you have absolutely no excuse to reaching your goals. And make sure that before this video ends that you subscribe and share it with your sister, your best friend, your mama, or your cousin. Because honey, nobody wants to be on this glow up journey alone. Sis, I love you and I pray that you are well and that you're doing something every single day to reach your most ambitious goals.